Hi YouTube, it's me, the Shy Pianist, or Donald Does for War Games, as you may know me by. Bringing you a Log Horizon trial deck opening. Yes, I mentioned before in the previous Persona trial deck opening that I've just opened out the sellotape and the film. But yeah, I was just going over the deck and yeah, just put it on YouTube for everyone to see. So if you're, new to the game or whatever, or looking to see like what other trial decks there are to pick up, yeah, by all means you can use these as reference, because I know there is like set lists and such. But yeah, so as with all trial decks, you get your deck and the sort of the mat sort of rules and your rule book, which is all nice there. And so let's crack straight into the deck. So yes, I've just removed the film beforehand, and let's go straight into it. So starting straight off, going up here, we have our main level 3 for the deck, which is Enchanter Shiroi. Shiroi. Sorry, I thought I might have mispronounced that a bit, actually. So it's continuous ability. If the number of cards in your hand is 5 or more, this card gains 1,500 power. And the following ability: during this card's battle, your opponent cannot play backup from hand. And second ability, auto ability: when this card is frontal attack, look at the top card of your deck and put it to the top of your deck or into your waiting room. It's quite nice, very nice, because if you get attacked, you can just basically check if your top deck is a climax or not, and then cancel the damage, basically, and go from there. So your standard level 3 cost 2 to play 10,000 power, which is really nice to have. Next we have Druid Serara. Serara? Yeah. Because I'm just trying to remember how the anime pronounced it. So this is your level 0, 1000 power, assist all characters in front of this card gain 500 power, which is your standard assist, really, and it's most nice to have. And we have 4 copies of that. Next we have level 0, let's see, Marielle using telepathy. Pay 2, when this card is placed on your stage from your hand, you may pay the cost if you do choose a character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. So it's a nice salvage ability. Yeah, just as soon as you play on stage, pay 2 and then you add back. Very nice to have. I have 2 copies of those. Next we have Revealed Beauty Akatsuki as your standard level 0 vanilla, red vanilla, 3000 power. And we have 4 of those. So yeah. Next we have Embarrassed Akatsuki. Your level 1, 4,500 power. If the number, a continuous ability, if the number of other weapons or magic characters you have is 3 or more, this card gains 1,500 power. Essentially boosting up to 6k, which is pretty standard for most cases of level 1s with 0 cost. They will buff themselves up to 6k and such. And we have 2 of those. Next we have Crescent Moon Alliance Accountant Henrietta. It's a level 2 pay 1 backup. Backup of 3000 power at level 2. Pay 1, put this card from your hand in waiting room and choose one of your characters that's being frontal attacked, and that character gains 3000 power until end of turn. Really nice for the deck. Yes, it's a level 2 pay 1 backup 3000 power boost. It's really nice to have. And we have 2 of those. Next we have level 2 pay 1 Crescent Moon Alliance Representative Marielle. Let's see, continuous ability, all your characters in front of this card gain 1000 power. Act ability, pay 1, choose one of your weapon characters, and that character gains 1,500 power until end of turn. So essentially, once you get into the later game, you put her into the backstage, and then she basically buffs your characters up even further. And the fact that you have to pay 1 and you can just buff up a weapons character, so long as you've got stock, multiple times, is really nice to have. So we have 2 copies of that. Next we have level 2, pay 2, Furious Akatsuki, your standard 9,000 vanilla, for a level 2 that pays 2, and 2 soul for the as such. We have, let's see, 2 copies of that. I keep looking at the cards and never looking at the camera. Okay, next we have the Climax card, Assassination. Its effect is all your characters gain 2 soul. It's basically soul rushing and your standard 2 soul trigger on that, and we have 2 of those. Go on to the blues. We have Chef Nyanta, level 0, 2,500 power. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, look at the top card of your deck and put it on top or bottom of your deck. Pretty nice. Helps you at least see if you're going to trigger into something or whatnot, and such. And even, you know, if you can plan ahead, put your climaxes to the bottom so that when you're about to like go through the deck, it's gonna sort of cancel damage or such. And we have 2 of those. Next we have level 0, Shiroi riding a griffin. Standard 3,000. Your blue. This is the blue vanilla for the deck, and we have 4 copies of that. Next we have level 1, cost 0, 5,000 power, Swashbuckler Nyanta. Auto ability. When a card named Sophisticated Corporation is placed on your climax area, you may, if you have another card character with Shiroi in its card name, this card gains 4,000 power until end of turn. So it's a nice level 1 climax play combo for the deck, and basically buffing it up to 9k at level 1, which is really nice to have. And we have 2 copies of that. Next we have our level 1 cost 0 vanilla first battle Natsugu. Natsugu. 5,000 power, 5,500 power, and we have 4 of those as your standard vanilla. Next we have level 1 cost 1 composed expression Shiroi, 6,500 power. Encore has an Encore ability, so basically you can use this effect instead of doing the pay 3 cost to Encore. Put a character from your hand into your waiting room. When this card becomes is put into the waiting room from the stage, you may pay the cost. If you do, to return this card to its previous stage as rested. So basically, while most games you just reverse them and then just reside them afterwards, it technically is after reverse they go to the waiting room during the Encore, and then you pay 3 to then bring them back sideways, as what the card is trying to say. So yeah, you can basically discard a character to then give an Encore rather than paying 3. And we have 2 of those. Next we have level 2, pay 1 Natsugu, 8,000 power. Act ability, you can side one of your magic characters and this card gains 1,000 power until end of turn. So if you need to like sort of buff them up, you can have your assist cards as I think Sarah is a magic character, so you can side 2 of them and then he'll gain 2,000 power for the turn, which is really nice. And we have 4 copies of those. Next we have, once again, the other level 3 copy. As with all trial decks, you're sort of always looking at to get 2 copies of the level 3. But I was proven wrong by the Persona 5 trial deck, which I think they hopefully will be incorporating more, like at least 4 copies of the level 3 in every deck, so that the deck is a lot more viable in a way. But yeah, trying to tell you that you shouldn't really rely on your level 3s too much, because they're late game, essentially. Next we have level 2, pay 1, Enchanter Support. It's an event card, as you will see without the numbers or the power. Let's see, its effect is choose one of your opponent's level 3 or lower characters. That character cannot stand up during your opponent's next stand phase. Choose, and then another ability, part of the rest of the ability is choose one of your characters and that character gains 2,000 power until end of turn. So meaning, you know, if one of your opponent's character has like attacked beforehand, attack during their turn. You play this, they can't basically attack with it again, and your character gains. You can choose one character gains 2,000 power. Enter end of turn. It's a really nice event card at level 2, pay 1, and we have 2 of those. Next, we have level 2, pay 1, Shuri, 8,000 power. Auto ability, put the top card of your deck into your clock. When this card battles and your opponent becomes reversed, you may pay the cost if you do draw 1 card. So, kind of basically, you attack, and you defeat your opponent, you take 1 damage, draw 1 card. It can be situational if you can combo with some of your cards where you know what you're gonna, I guess if you're able to sort of see the next couple of cards or whatever, because once you attack with this, you would have put the top card of your deck to the stock, and then you would then be able to see if you draw or whatever. Put the card into your just hit the sander, put it into your clock, and then draw essentially. So we have 1 copy there, and we have Assigned Akatsuki, level 0. Let's see, level 0, 1,500 power. So yeah. This is probably the first time I actually have ever seen this. In all trial decks, you sort of have a chance to basically pull a high rarity card. And the best rarity cards are the signed cards, as you can probably see from the gold signature. The signatures are always done by the Japanese voice actress or voice actor of the character, which is really nice for the game. And yeah, it's just a nice rarity in the game. Okay, so its effect is place a marker from underneath this card into your waiting room. When this card attacks, you may pay the cost if you do choose one of your opponent's level 0 or lower characters in the center stage and put it into your opponent's waiting room. So, and its other ability, act. So you side this card. If there are no markers underneath this card, put the top card of your deck underneath this card as a marker. So essentially, you would probably, I'm guessing, you would side this during your backstage to put a marker, and then during your next turn, you would upright it and then put it into the center stage to then attack and use the effect, and then put one of your opponent's level 0 characters in the center stage and put it to waiting room. Which is really nice, essentially allowing to, yeah, it doesn't have to be one facing opposite it, so you can make one of your other characters do a direct attack. So we have just the one, obviously. It's like, this is something that you're not guaranteed to always get. It's a very slim chance it will happen. Next we have the Next Climax card, Sophisticated Cooperation, that goes with the Nyanta level 1 combo. Its effect is when this card is placed on your climax area, draw a card and choose one of your characters. That character gains 2,000 power and 1 soul until end turn, and has your standard double soul trigger. And we have 4 of those. And for the last few cards, we have 2 of the. We have First Spoils of Victory. Its ability is when this card is placed on your climax area from hand, choose one of your blue characters in your waiting room, put it into stock, and all your characters gain 1 soul until end of the turn, and has the double soul trigger, and we have 2 of those. So that's it for the Log Horizon trial deck. Initial opinions. This is definitely a as the series is. It's a very technical deck, because unlike most decks where you're looking at yellow and red, this is a combination of red and blue, where blue is more technical and advantage in play, and essentially you sort of need to manipulate your cards effects well to then sort of gain the advantage of opponent. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm really surprised to actually see a an SP from a trial deck for once. So this basically proves that you can pull something really nice from trial decks. Though I have to admit, it's very unlikely. I've got like 6 trial decks, and this is probably the one I've actually seen to actually pull a side card. So thank you for watching, and as always, guys, happy dueling!